Hey everybody, this is Gandee, team leader of the Operative Group out here on the beautiful west coast of Eugene, Oregon. And today's video is about a very controversial subject, which is why you should fire your old real estate agent who's advising you and losing you thousands and thousands of dollars. What I mean by this is that each and every day in America, a deal closes at escrow. Thousands of deals close at escrow, and money is left on the table, or negotiations didn't go as planned, or the marketing was subpar, so there was not enough buyers or showings to that property, or you weren't advised on the financial performance by doing the proper underwriting or due diligence of an investment deal. And what I mean by this is that the 3 or 4 most common mistakes I see with buyers, sellers, and investors is that their objection when I call them is that, oh, I already have a real estate agent. But that real estate agent is just who did their first or second transaction a couple years ago. They haven't talked to them. They haven't emailed with them. They haven't texted with them. They actually haven't done anything with them. I've actually communicated more frequently than they have. They've read my email newsletters. I've provided them tons of value through video content. I've been able to offer them high value content offers like giving them spreadsheets to underwrite their properties, or giving them listing checklists, or giving them marketing ideas for their properties. But at the end of the day, their objection is that I still have a real estate agent. And guys, that's awesome. That's cool. Loyalty, reputation, not pissing off a referral who referred you the real estate agent, whatever the reason why. I just want to go into why you're losing thousands and thousands of dollars by hiring the same person each and every time and not correctly interviewing and making sure that you're hiring the right real estate broker to advise you to make the max amount of dollars in decisions, or saving the max amount of dollars when purchasing and acquiring property. So let me give you some framework. As we go through transactions, there is multiple things on the selling side that not every real estate agent is created equal. One of which is negotiations. As a certified negotiation expert, as somebody who's literally negotiated millions and millions of dollars in investment deals and residential deals, I can tell you that I never split the difference. I can tell you that I got to look at what my buyers or sellers' needs are and how we need to structure the deal to get the deal done, but it always has to make sense for my client. And what I see with negotiations is a lot of splitting down the middle. I see a lot of people that just want to get in the final punch, just want to make sure that they're saving a dollar on a deal. But at the end of the day, it's not true negotiation skill. What it is a real estate agent looking to get a commission check by going to the path of least resistance. So when it comes to negotiations, not all real estate agents are equal. If they're not saving their buyers money or maximizing their seller's position or investor's position, you need to hire another real estate agent because they're losing you thousands and thousands of dollars. Now, number 2, when it comes to marketing properties, social media, video marketing, lead generation, showing requests, all the key metrics, including getting to a multiple offer over asking scenario, and getting the maximum amount of price for your property is going to be based upon the marketing that you do within that first 0 to 14 days. I don't know how many times I see the same dog and pony show. Pictures, maybe Matterport, put it on the MLS, do one Facebook post, and then voila, done. No creative marketing, no re-promotion schedule on social media, no video marketing at all, no search engine optimization, no lead generation campaigns for buyer lead capture. And at the end of the day, their database is very minimal. Their inbound lead generation is pitiful. And at the end of the day, you're losing thousands and thousands of dollars. Now, next, let's talk about pricing strategy. One of the most controversial topics when it comes to selling properties, whether it's investor or residential customer. But when it's selling property, pricing is based upon scientific and statistical analysis. Just like an appraiser, it is not emotional. It is not arbitrary. It is based upon you creating a pricing strategy for that property, whether it's pricing it low to get multiple offers, whether it's pricing it at market value so that you get people interested, whether it's pricing it $1 less than $400,000 so you get everybody up to $399,995 who's pre-approved, whether it's looking at the price per square foot and how far you can push that envelope based upon supply and demand in that specific asset class, We are, at my company, looking at a pricing matrix and a CMA methodology. What that means is that we pull automated valuation models, what the consumer sees. We also pull comps, just like a real estate agent is trained to do, is told to do. We run these CMAs, the comparative market analysis on the subject property. Then we look at all active listings that will compete with the property. We look at all pending listings and what we anticipate they're gonna probably close at within reason. Then we look at all sold properties. Then we look at all outliers or comp killers. And we put all this data together to look at the price per square foot ranges. And then we study the market for supply and demand in those specific price ranges, that specific area, and that specific asset class, whether it's a 2-bedroom, 1-bath versus a 3-bedroom, 1-bath. And we take all of this data and we present it to our sellers and investors, and we give them a recommended range of where we think we need to go on the market. But until we're about 1 to 2 days before, we're probably going to address or adjust. And I think that real-time pricing strategy is what no one talks about. And that's why your agent is losing you thousands and thousands of dollars when it comes to real estate. Now, when it comes to investment properties, we not only write a pricing matrix, but then we look at the income approach of a property, whether it's based upon cap rate, 4+ units, whether it's looking at the gross rent multiplier, whether it's looking at the 1% rule, whether we're looking at comparing apples to apples and what an investment property asset type versus its return in the current market. And if we're looking at an Airbnb, a short-term rental versus a long-term rental, those numbers are going to be different. But we're always advising our clients based upon statistical, numerical data and the historical closings that are occurring 7, 30, 45, 90, 180 days, 365 days later, or in the past, so that we can project on where we need to be in terms of supply and demand, competitive properties, and making sure that we don't leave money on the table or price it inaccurately and having to do a million price reductions. I get in this argument all the time. We're priced to sell, not to sit. If you want to go way over what that pricing matrix says your property is worth, 9 times out of 10, to be very honest, I'm gonna tell you I don't want the listing. And what I do see is, as a market shifts and we start to see a neutral or buyer's market, when the seller market has been so hot, is sellers are kind of drunk on 2 years ago pricing. So your real estate agent buying your listing, meaning putting a sign out there because they want more exposure, they want to say they have a listing, and not concentrating on the statistical analysis or the metrics that are always going to be tied to how that property is priced or appraised. Remember, price to appraise, unless it's a cash sale only. We need to make sure that all of these chips and all of these cards are laid out on the table so we can evaluate them accordingly. Now, number 4 is communication and systems and performance in terms of your client experience. A lot of people overlook the bad experiences they had with a real estate agent and still rehire them. We are all about communication. We're all about using calendars. We're all about making sure that we provide you the checklist to get through the pre-listing process, making sure that once a deal opens, we give you a checklist and a transaction tracker so you understand exactly where you are in all facets of the transaction. And we communicate. We answer your text messages. We call you back. We make sure that we don't leave any communication hanging. And 9 times out of 10, what I see in this business is communication is one of the biggest complaints that we see when it comes to bad reviews. As somebody that has over 60 5-star reviews and has been really dedicated to keeping my integrity and my communication and my process and my systems and my pricing all tied in, and then being able to illuminate that and teach my real estate agents on my team my skills and how I structure my business and keeping that high level of integrity going, I just want to say that there's a lot of real estate agents being rehired that are losing you thousands and thousands of dollars and fail at all of that running a business type of mentality. And putting that all together, guys, when it comes to pricing, the marketing, negotiating, the systems, the performance, it's all about making sure that if you're selling a property, you get the most money. Would you hire somebody just to hire somebody and lose thousands of dollars? That is the key question. That's why I had you stay all the way to the end with this video, because the biggest component to my conversation in this YouTube content is that I see thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars left on the table because somebody just wants to hire somebody they met at the gym, somebody wants to hire their aunt's uncle's sister's brother who just became a real estate agent, whatever it is. I want to make sure you guys understand that interviewing the right real estate agent, making sure that they have a transactional track record, and the systems, the marketing, the negotiation skill, the certifications, the education background that aligns with what you're trying to do. That's all. If you have any questions, please hit me up in the information below. We're here to list your property. We have several different packages, and I want to make sure that you are hiring the right real estate agent for the right situation so you can exit correctly. Take care.